group. There's no way in hell it's going to happen.
No.
You know?
Well, you have someone else here that is lined up to speak with you.
Oh, great.
If you're interested.
Let's bring them on here.
Okay, this is Veronica. Victoria, I'm sorry, Victoria. Nice talking with you.
All right, thanks for coming on the show.
Hello?
Hey, Victoria, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice to be on. How are you?
Doing great. Hey, can you talk about some of the experience you've seen, since, you know, some of the ships and things, but even better yet, some of the energies you've experienced and some of the healing energies that you've experienced since you've been here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first time I came here was about a month ago for a couple of days, and, you know, the first thing we got here at night and the first thing we did on checking in was we entered this space, and I was immediately, I could feel my whole body go into chills, and I was like, okay, what just went on here, you know? And Katie was there, and she told us that they just had a conference, and, you know, that they practice Kunlun here, and so just from that alone, at first, that was my first, you know, entering of the space. It was kind of like, okay, this is a different type of place, you know. And the first night, you know, looking out at the lights, it was just amazing to actually see the lights moving. You know, it's like at first, for me, it was just like looking at stars, but I realized when you look at stars long enough, you actually see them, you know, you can see certain things move and your eyes adjust to it. And one of the first nights that we were actually camping out on the land, and I got woken up by these noises. It was just this like really intense, like wah 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 wah, like moving closer and farther, and then like coming back and forth. And I could just feel my body like adjusting to it, you know. And my mind didn't exactly know what it was, but I just had this feeling to just let myself continue feeling that. And I went back to sleep, and the next day when I had mentioned it to some of the other people in the tent, you know, one person was like, oh, I just told myself it was rain. That's so weird, you know. I thought it was raining. It sort of like showed me, you know, wow, everyone can have a totally different interpretation of what they're experiencing, but yet she remembered having some sort of experience, you know.
Mm.
And
I know you've seen some of the ships fly over and power up and things of that nature. I wanted to get to the some of the clearing that we do up in the, you know, we do a practice here where we clear any unseen negative energies and you know, move out any old patterns or whatever else needs to be cleared up, and then bring in the masters for people to experience. I'd love to hear your input on your experience there.
Well, I really, you know, the first time we did the clearing, and, you know, I noticed that you made an emphasis on having a male-female balance and having an object that sort of was more objective, you could say. It didn't have to go through both of you, and both of you were joining on the object to really have the energy move through. And so just for me, first seeing that, I appreciate it because, you know, it made it more of a collective experience. It made it something that I felt I was a part of. And you know, at first it's like you just start laughing out of nowhere, and I just didn't understand what I was laughing at, but you could just feel this energy rising in people. You know, the first one I felt once you did the clearings, and then, you know, some of the master energies came through. I think you tuned into Andromeda or something, or some other galactic, you know, area, and I just started crying because I felt like I recognized that presence. And, you know, with names, without names, it's the energy that was really powerful, and it did something to me. It helped me remember something. And, you know, I've seen multiple people since I've been here too who've just like had certain pieces of information you've given them during those, and it just has changed their whole track of life, you know. I mean, before we left last time and you sat down with us and you did that clearing, and, you know, I got a chance to really almost one-on-one directly ask you questions and hear the answers come through, and it was really powerful and validating to have that, you know, and have you say things that there's no possible way you could have known, you know, without, I don't know, it was really special, and it's something that I value coming here for, because I can really feel the space clear. I can really feel the people, you know, in the circle open up, and everyone sharing that experience. And it's so cool to hear afterward what everyone's experience was, because it's always so different.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. I just love doing it. I love watching people release the past and heal, let go of any old traumas and then get in touch with who they really are, which is this incredible, blissful being.
Well, today, even, for example, we had that baby, who's like a year and a half old in the circle, and I was amazed at how sensitive she was to what was going on, And like when Mary came through and the table started shaking, and then, you said, well, let's take a picture now, and that was the only time the baby actually laughed.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, okay.
We have these real young kids come in there, and they're in there, and they go, Mommy, I like it here. It's really funny, and some kids start saying things. This one kid, Orion, was running around in circles, and he was going, Kazekiel, Kazekiel, and he was running in circles, laughing and laughing. And then he fell on the ground. He was just laughing on the ground, and then he stood up and he goes, what the heck happened here?
Wow.
It was really funny. I mean, he was just laughing his head off, and it made everybody just start roaring, laughing, and really brought the energy up.
Wow. Well, it's special. I really enjoy, also it's like I get to meet so many different types of people here from so many different places, of all ages, of all cultures. It's like, that to me just speaks of the uniqueness of the space, because of the people it's attracting and the types of energies of the people. And, it's a really special opportunity. I mean, I have Duana here, too. Who's ready to go on the phone and speak with you as well.
All right. Hey, well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's great being here. Well done.
Hi, James. Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show again.
Thank you. I was just listening to your broadcast downstairs, and I have to say I've been here 8 weeks in this wonderful energy of light and love, and I watch you pour your heart and your love out every night to these people who are seeking and looking for some validation for what's happening with them, and you come out there in the Skywatch field, and I don't see you with any remote controlled devices at all flying planes. So, no, you don't have any motorized planes. I haven't seen any phony baloney out there. I've seen ships. I've been privileged to see the big light up a few weeks ago of a ship, and I just felt like I got a lot of telepathic downloading at that time, really good information. And I felt really like I was walking on air for a few days after that.
I mean, you were there when we filmed that Friday 13th, I believe it was, the ship that with the rotating fields and everything else.
Right over your shoulder, I saw it coming in on the screen, and
yeah. What would you say to the people? I mean, we're getting people saying it's obviously an owl, or they're saying it's a lightning bug or something. We don't have lightning bugs up here.
I was asking you that same thing when I first came here, because I was seeing lights all out in the field, and I was seeing these orbs light up in the trees, and I said, James, do you have lightning bugs or fireflies? And he said, no, we don't. But the object that came out of that mountain and swooped down was just spectacular. I mean, you were, in all your years and your expertise and what all you've seen, you knew this was very different. There was nothing else like that. And as I was watching it, it swooped in, and I've worked with a night vision, and I've never seen anything like that on night vision. I've worked with it for 5 years. So I definitely think it was an ultra-dimensional being. It was incredible.
There was definitely some kind of a being or just extreme spiritual interdimensional technology. I would lean more towards a being, but, the rotating fields and the weird, like, appendages, the circular appendages all around it and everything else that was going on, it was nothing like I've ever seen before, and I'm still amazed that nobody is doing anything with this after sending it to all the major UFO groups.
Me too. I just, when I watched it on the video that Sun did and put on, I guess, on my Facebook, put on the Facebook and YouTube, I was amazed to see it when it was slowed down to 25% of these rotating fields, and there is no owl that looks like that, either fast or slow, according to my vision. and
it came right in front of us too. If it was a plane or an owl or anything that they're saying, I mean, we all would have seen it. You know, we would have seen exactly what it was. And I mean, especially that close, as close as it came, you couldn't miss it, or you could not hear it if it was a plane.
You know, I felt the intention of that being as well. It was the intention of coming at that exact timing so that you could film it, because I know you take breaks and sit down because you're standing up there such a long time. And I felt telepathically you knew that was coming in. I mean, you may not have known on a, real conscious level, but telepathically on a subconscious, very deep spiritual level, you knew that was coming in. And
I automatically walked right up to the camera and I went, oh my God, and grabbed the camera and then followed it.
It was pretty amazing, and I felt it brought a lot of energy with it, because I know the other orbs I've watched on the screen really respond to the joy and the love, and I know last week I was standing there with them and was asking them to come up close, and one of them actually looked like it danced. It just sort of did a little jig
dance in front of the camera and then get the screen. Some of them were actually hitting the camera and whiting it out. It was amazing.
But this orb, this ultra-dimensional being, was much different from that. It was much more solid, and it came in with such energy, and it was intentional. It flew, or moved, I would say. It didn't fly. It moved toward the camera. So that was pretty, I thought about it all night.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time. I wish I could hear more of your experiences, but I'm sure we'll get you on the show again when we go back out to the field.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity. I look forward to the next time.
All right. Thanks for coming on the show. Well, it looks like we're out of time, and I've got to sign off now. So this is James Hill with As You Wish Talk Radio signing off. Have a great evening, and pay attention. The skies are full, and the veils are coming down.